Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the third episode of the Center Circle podcast. We have a special guest here today. Would you like to introduce yourself, Chris?
Yes, I am the cousin of these fine gentlemen, Mr. Chris Krupa, representing Atlanta, Georgia in the house.
Oh, yeah.
And going to impart some soccer wisdom on you guys. So let's do this.
Sweet. I forget. So do you follow the Premier League at all, or?
Just every day, man. That's
every day, really? Okay.
No. So I'm a passive person. Like, am I going to set an alarm? Like, oh, Arsenal plays at 12:30. Like, no. But like, if it's on, I'll watch it.
Got you. Okay. Sweet. So you know enough
to be dangerous, Anthony,
to hold a conversation. All right. Sounds good. All right. Do we want to start off with like a recap on the games that we watched this week?
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. All right. So first game we have is what was it? It was Brighton versus Man United, right?
That was a game.
Saturday morning. That was an insane game. It was a game.
Brighton looked very good. Very good this year.
I mean, yeah, I agree. I'm starting to take back my fourth place prediction for Man United. I should have thought a little harder on that one. Yeah, they are not looking hot.
Wait, you predicted them to finish fourth?
Yeah, to finish fourth.
It was looking hot. Danny Welbeck. Danny Welbeck's having. I mean, I know it's just 2 games in, but he's having a resurgence.
I'm calling it right now. Golden boot, Danny Welbeck.
He's got to score. He's got to score more than a goal a game because Holland's going to put.
Holland already has 4 goals, doesn't he?
Yeah.
It's 2 games in. He has 4 goals.
What was it? Mkaku. What's the guy from Chelsea that got a hat trick today?
Manweke.
Yeah, he's on 3. I mean, yeah.
Insane. Yeah. Brighton are looking insanely well. And then we have Crystal Palace versus West Ham. West Ham coming out with a clean sheet. What was it? Suek and Bowen with the goal.
I said Crystal Palace is going to get relegated. They're on track. They're on track.
Yeah, they are definitely on track.
And it sounds like they're going to lose their center back, Gahey.
Oh, really?
To Newcastle. Sounds like it sounds like he's going to go to Newcastle.
Yeah, I heard about that. Gahey to Newcastle. I heard about that.
Yeah, because center backs are one of those things that it's like easy to just replace. You know what I mean? Like,
you know who his replacement is right now? It's Rob Holding. Rob Holding.
Oh, yeah.
Because think about like the teams, like the good teams throughout history, man. Like they have a stalwart, like just stud in the defensive middle for years and years. So like when you lose a guy like that, like it takes a minute because I mean that's supposed to be the captain of your defense.
And you look at the big teams right now. City's got Diaz, Liverpool's got Van Dijk, Arsenal's got Saliba,
and I would say Gabriel's just as important.
I would say all 3 of those teams have a center back pairing, like Diaz and Stones.
Yeah,
well, they're kind of playing a 3-back right now. Liverpool's got Van Dijk and Konate.
Yeah.
United.
Yeah, they're
he's got Maguire and Johnny Evans.
Johnny Evans.
And Johnny Evans isn't bad, but he's old.
No.
Yeah. And you got Chelsea, who's got.
We don't even know
who they got. They got Cole Will. Colwell's decent. He's young.
27-year-olds. Yeah.
Yeah. But you got, to Chris's point, like you got to have guys that are solid and put fear in the eyes of the strikers.
Yeah, agreed. And then we got Fulham versus Leicester with Fulham 2, Leicester 1.
Smith Rowe getting a goal there.
Yeah, for real. Yeah.
2 Arsenal boys getting goals there. Iwobi
and Smith Rowe, exactly. I felt good seeing Smith Rowe get a goal, just because that was his first Premier League goal since I think the 2021-22 season, or was it 2021?
22. He scored against United in the 22-23 season. I don't know if he scored again in that season.
Oh, did he? Okay.
Because he scored one. He scored the weird goal in that game where he shot it. De Gea was on the ground, but Smith Rowe shot it. And then the ref, after the goal went in, was going to call it off.
Yeah.
Because he thought an Arsenal player had fouled De Gea. But when VAR checked it, his own player, Fred, stepped on De Gea. So they allowed the goal.
Yeah,
so it was a screamer. It was a screamer.
Yeah,
but there's no goal. There's no goalkeeper to stop it either because Fred had stepped on De De Gea.
Yeah. I and the build up for Smith Rowe's goal was also impressive.
Oh,
with
yeah.
The assist from Traore. Yeah, very, very impressive. And then obviously, I don't know how to pronounce it. It was a Leicester center back.
It was a nice header.
Yeah, it was a solid
center back's header.
Yeah, and that dude's got a big old biscuit head too, looking like there was a lot of real estate for that ball to hit. I'm just
saying. We're 2 minutes into this thing. This guy's already got these personal attacks, man.
Hey, nothing personal. I got a big old biscuit head too, so I know what it's.
It's too late, dude. You already said it.
All right, and then after that we had the Man City Ipswich game, which I almost got a perfect prediction on. Ipswich just scored a goal, which messed me up a little bit there, but 4-1 in that game. Haaland with a hat trick, obviously, absolutely.
How about the ball for Ipswich's goal though? That ball for Ipswich's goal that he played in behind.
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't watch it.
Go watch it. His ball and then De Bruyne's ball to Haaland on his Haaland's second goal, both like top level.
Yeah.
And
De Bruyne also.
I see that Haaland had a PK. How'd that go down? Like, what was it legit? Because I mean, I see that Ipswich scored the 7th minute, and then they had gave a PK 5 minutes later.
Yeah.
So the PK was right on the edge of the box, like the left side of the box, away from the keeper. It was tight, but looking at it, it was correctly given. Yeah, it was correctly given. It was a foul on Savinho.
Okay, gotcha. But yeah, Haaland, I mean, doing what he does best, striking fear into the eyes of the Ipswich defenders. And then the Southampton Nottingham Forest game. Morgan Gibbs-White with the goal. It looks like 70th minute goal. Pretty boring game. Was it probably? Would we say the worst game of the week? Probably. Just not a lot of. Not a lot of action.
I would go with that.
Yeah, and then Spurs 4 to Everton 0.
Everton's going down. We should have all predicted that. I mean, they're bad.
Everton's out of here.
They're bad.
They need to do some serious changing if they want to have a chance.
They need a new manager. They need a whole new team. They're building a new stadium, so maybe going down a year, playing down there and coming back up might be good for them.
Might be good for them. Yeah.
It also might be the end if they're building a new stadium. Going down might bankrupt them. So they might go into administration and then be in League 2 or the National League. So
that'd be. I mean, for a club as big as Everton, that'd be horrible.
Devastating. But that happened to Portsmouth a few 15 years ago.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm sure Mason would be happy to see them going down. I'm sure Mason.
I don't know. Liverpool and Everton have this rivalry that I feel like they need to play each other. Like, like Arsenal and Tottenham fans, like if that happened to happened to Tottenham, we'd be elated. Like good, we don't have to play you guys anymore. Go away. Same in our direction. But I feel like Liverpool and Everton kind of need each other.
Yeah, true. Well, speaking of,
their stadiums are right next to each other.
Yeah.
So so to that point though, to that point, don't these like huge, Tottenham, Arsenal, Man City, Man United, like those rivalries matter, right? So like if they were to get kicked down like into a, relegated to a lower league, I mean, you lose a little bit of that, no? Like even if, because like how many, like when you think about it, like how many, so you have some of these like bottom dwellers that are like constantly getting relegated or whatever, like those guys excluded. So like what's like a current team in like the second division that Arsenal's like, oh yeah, we hate those guys, man. Like is there even one?
No, I think the only comparable ones are Green Street Hooligans, which we made a reference to this last week, is West Ham and Millwall. Those are the only two. That's the big rivalry that's in two different divisions. Aston Villa and
not like a
Aston
local
Villa
rivalry.
And Birmingham are also another big rivalry that are.
So
in
what division is Millwall even in?
I think they're kind of
championship.
They're a mainstay in the championship. They're like a mid-level team. They're never going to go up, and they're never going to go down.
Yeah.
So.
Because it's always wild you have those teams that get promoted into the Premier League and then their stadium seats like 15,000 people,
That was Luton last season. Yeah, Luton last season, exactly. Yep. But then we had the Arsenal versus Aston Villa game.
Man, that was a game.
That was a really good game. That was, Aston Villa made us work for it.
Raya's save.
My goodness, Raya's save was, I mean, that's save of the season already. Save of the season. He's had two games, two great saves.
Yep. Well, 2 weeks in, Arsenal hasn't been scored on yet, have they?
Nope. And
Arsenal hasn't. Liverpool hasn't.
9 consecutive away games for Arsenal. We haven't gone down in an away game in 9 games.
The stat was 10. It's the 10th game.
10th game. Okay. I mean,
there you go.
Yeah, I mean we have one of the best defenses in the league, so we should be doing that.
So quick though, okay, so Arsenal dudes, these black jerseys though, like you guys,
no,
they look all like from a distance, like they look cool if you like look at them like individually, but like from a distance, that looks like the Mexican national team jersey. Does it not?
No,
that's what we're going for.
Yeah, there's I'm not 100% sure on the backstory. I know Ian Wright had a lot of. Like I think he had some design say into what it was, but it's like it's supposed to kind of represent Arsenal's African like we just players like throughout the years we've had a lot of African players, so it's to kind of just like
is this an alternate kit or are they carrying this the whole season?
It's the alternate kit. The alternate kit's honestly really clean. It's
like a neon.
Like a purple and teal.
So this is their second jersey.
That was last year's.
Yeah, it's their second kit for the whole season. Yeah. Honestly, in my opinion, 2 seasons Arsenal have had a really bad second kit.
What was the second kit last year?
The second kit last year was that neon yellow one with the black stripes. Not great.
The third kit? What was the pink one? Was the third kit?
No, the pink one was the third kit for a while ago, though.
Oh, I thought that was last year.
No, last year's third kit was the one I wore last stream. It was the green one with the blue sleeves. Yeah, it was. And honestly,
I can't afford to buy jerseys every year, so I just.
Yeah, I'm just
the
gonna
pink
ask
one.
for.
I love the pink one, so I bought the pink one.
Yeah,
I think I
really like our
Christmas.
third kit. I really like our third kit this season, so I'm probably gonna ask for it for Christmas. But back to the game.
Also, Trossard scoring with his first touch.
Yeah, first touch of the game. Trossard scores. His celebration, just walking, kind of showing like, why am I not starting? He is probably one of our most.
I don't think that's his celebration. That was his celebration. Like, hey, Aston Villa fans, calm down. Like,
yeah, it was pretty.
We're going for the championship this year. You guys
impressive.
Are just another team.
Yeah, but I mean, he's probably, I would say, one of our most consistent players. Why is he not starting?
Because Martinelli's class.
Well, that's a good problem to have.
It's a very good problem. And that's where I think Arteta has learned from Pep. Pep rotates better than anybody.
Yeah.
And I think you're going to start seeing Arteta rotate when players start getting tired. Because Martinelli, I don't think, has the stamina to play 10 games in a row. So you bring Trossard in, and you have a great person coming off the bench as well. And so, but this game was like, we lost them twice last year.
Yeah.
Both times. And
home and away.
We lost the league by 1 game. So winning a game that we lost to this team twice, like that's going to be huge in the run.
A lot of people see the second Aston Villa game, the one we played later in the season, as that was the point of which we lost the league. And I mean, it's fair enough.
No, we lost the league in January when we lost 3 in a row. Like, I think Villa was one of those, but we lost 3 games in a row. One of them was Fulham. Like, that's when we lost the league. So we dropped 9 points in a week and a half.
Yeah, when we were up quite a bit.
When we were up, yeah. And then actually, Liverpool. I think Liverpool was up at that time, but we were like right behind them.
Yeah. And then Partey's goal, Saka assist.
It was quality. It was quality.
It was really good. I mean, Partey is able to put so much power on the ball that a keeper as good as Martinez just can't save it. And
so there's this referee.
He gets a good hand on it. It's just his wrist gives out. So
there's this referee that works at our club that referees our games, and he's an Arsenal fan. So we were watching the game. He's like, "Why don't we sell Partey?" I'm like, "You don't want to sell a guy like Partey. Like, even if we sign somebody else, like Partey, Rice, Odegaard midfield can be put up there with any midfield in the world."
Yeah.
His excuse was Partey gets hurt all the time. Well, what if he doesn't? Like, if he doesn't get hurt, that's someone. That's a midfield that not a lot of teams are going to be able to go up against.
That's always a dumb argument. Like, oh, this guy's injury prone or whatever. Like, this isn't like Cisse where he snaps his leg in half every year. You know, like if we're talking like injuries, everyone's going to pick up knocks throughout a whole season. Not to mention international duties and all that kind of stuff. So That's always a dumb argument to me. Like, oh, we should get rid of this guy because he may eventually get hurt. Like, no, like that's if you got good players, you keep them. Period. Keep them moving.
Yeah. I agree. And also, I mean, he also just allows Rice to actually push up into the attacking half of our.
And Rice does the same for him. Like, it allows both of them to kind of have a little more free flow.
Yeah, and they both are very similar in that way, where they could both play very good tracking back and pushing forward to the point where it's if you have both of them on the field, it's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer. And then what was the first game this morning? We had two first games this morning at 9
I watched Chelsea Wolves.
Yeah, Chelsea. I started out watching Chelsea Wolves, and then I think it was 5-2. I was like, this game is over. I'm going to turn on the Newcastle Bournemouth game, and let me tell you, that game was. It wasn't as high scoring, but it was just as entertaining to watch because it was so back and forth. They at one point, I think it was very late into the game. Bournemouth had a shot that went in, but it was disallowed for a handball. That's kind of controversial. It could have been his shoulder. It could have been his upper bicep.
I mean,
VAR calls it a handball.
The rule? What's the rule now? Because it looked like it hit the top of his sleeve, which would be his shoulder.
Yeah, I think VAR. I'm not 100% on the handball rules, just because I feel like it's just changing every week. But
it felt like from the angle they show, I don't think it was a handball. But
yeah.
I don't know what the
VAR
was. No, he was going to head it. It was going to head it, and it hits like right here.
Yeah,
instead of his head.
Yeah,
and so it'd be one thing if it was like down.
To me, that's not a handball. I think you're right, Evan. To me, handball is bicep and below.
Yeah,
and
but I always thought the new rule was below the shirt line. So like the shirt line's here.
I think that is the new rule. But I do agree from the angle. It's tough to see where the ball actually hits. I think the argument is the majority of the ball hit his bicep, so they classified it as a handball. I think that was their thinking of it. But I mean, obviously,
was it called a handball on the field or
no? It wasn't. It was a goal on the field.
Yeah,
VAR brought it back.
Yeah.
See, I think that looks even worse on the VAR ref to me.
Oh, 100%.
But
yeah, I mean, that's just the risky run with VAR. Yeah. That's just how it goes. Yeah. And then we have the Wolves Chelsea game, which we said 2-6.
That first half was up there with the Arsenal Aston Villa game. Second half makes it not game of the weekend, but that first half was intense. Teams.
Do we need to start thinking of Chelsea as a top 5 contender now?
No, because didn't they poop the bed first week?
But they played Man City. You're gonna poop the bed to Man City first.
If you want to be top 5, you got to play with Man City.
Yeah, true.
So Chelsea is not a Champions League contender this year. They might be. I predicted them 5th this year. They're not going to be top 4. They don't. Their defense. They're going to concede goals every game.
Yeah.
Their goalie is only okay. Like they're not. And Cole Palmer's not going to have games like that every weekend. Nicholas Jackson.
No, Cole Palmer had a great game.
Now
Nicholas Jackson.
He'll go now another 10 games without scoring. Like they're better than last year, but no, they're not a top 4 side.
Where would you say Wolves went wrong then? Because Wolves last week they held us to granted we scored twice on them, but they felt like a better team playing us than they did playing Chelsea, which is a little.
I mean, the first half they look better.
Chelsea in that have a regard.
First half they look better than Chelsea. Chelsea just grabbed 2 goals. One was a great ball by Palmer, and the second one was a great goal by. The goal by Palmer. But then.
Wait. I watched that Arsenal game. Sorry. That was the one where the defender goosed Jesus, right?
Yeah,
because Jesus got a yellow card. Okay, yeah, I was watching that game. Yeah, that was a funny little interaction, I'll say.
Yeah, that was.
He's acting like he didn't do nothing. Like you were.
Yeah.
Okay. Well.
You fully cupped his cheek, dude.
you know.
But yeah, Wolves just kind of showed their underbelly.
So, I mean, yes and No, I think Palmer was class today. I mean, he got a hat trick of assists, and he got a goal.
And
it's
and
when you have a player. I don't even attribute it to him as much as Palmer. I mean,
yeah,
I would put Palmer created all three of those chances for him.
Yeah, but you also have to. He also has to know that Palmer's going to play those balls, though.
Oh, for sure.
So you also have you have to give him some credit, though.
I give him credit. He got a hat trick, but at the same time, it's
True.
Palmer.
I mean, you look at all three of those goals. They're virtually the same goal. But yeah, I see what you're saying. And then Joao Felix comes on. Neto assists him. Neto, former club Wolves. I'm still waiting for him to score. But also, another controversial thing happening this week. Neto sporting the number 7 instead of Raheem Sterling. Raheem Sterling, I don't know what.
He's probably. That means he's on. That means he's on the way out.
Yeah.
I mean,
he'll either go sign for a Saudi club or he'll sign for.
Yeah. I mean, I saw something with Mikel Arteta praising him, saying he always had a good relationship when he was at Chelsea. So Liverpool. Man City.
We don't need another left winger. I guess he could be Saka's backup on the right.
We don't.
I don't think we sign him, but I mean, he's done wonders with Havertz.
Sign him,
but I mean, as Saka's backup, it's not a bad shout. Not a bad shout.
Yeah, but do you think he wants to play backup?
He's gonna have to.
I think
if he comes to Arsenal, he's gonna have to. He's not replacing Saka, Martinelli, or Trossard.
No, I agree.
He's probably not replacing Reece Nelson either. So he'd probably be the backup's backup.
Yeah. I really like Reece Nelson. I feel like he is severely underappreciated. And then we have the final game of the week, which was Liverpool and Brentford.
I'd like to. I would like to amend my standings for the year, but I won't. I'm not going to change it. Obviously, I think Liverpool. It's going to be a 3-horse race. Liverpool.
It's going to be.
I think they're going to.
I think it's going to be very similar to last season.
I think they're going to have some point where they're going to have very bad form, and Slott's going to have a tough time getting him out of it as a new manager in the Premier League. Yeah. But I think they're going to be. It's going to be close between Arsenal, City, and Liverpool because Liverpool looked really good today.
Yeah, Slott's got them playing super well. And I mean, I predicted the 2-0 game, so I'm happy with it. I'm not complaining. So that concludes the games this weekend. We can move on to some standouts, maybe some surprises we didn't quite think we're gonna. I mean, I'm just gonna go out and say it. The Chelsea game was a huge surprise for me.
Sure.
Yeah.
I thought it was gonna be a draw. So when it turned out they're dropping 6. It's great for my fantasy team. I smashed Mason this week in that. So
I think I did.
I had Palmer. I had Palmer, so he had a goal and
exactly.
3 assists.
A goal and 3 assists.
I had Luis Diaz and I had a good. So I'm 2-0. So
do any of us have a goal of the week?
I have 3 goals that I thought were goal of the week.
Okay, let's hear it.
So we got to narrow it down to 1.
All right.
So I've got Smith Rowe just because of it was a good goal, good team goal.
Yep. Is that so? That's third for you?
No. I'm just saying
that's
my 3.
number 1.
I don't know which one is 1, 2, or 3. I thought Larson's goal for Wolves, just how they worked that free kick, was fantastic. And then who's the guy from? I don't know how to pronounce his name at Tottenham. Bishwama. How do you say his name? Tottenham.
Let me look it up.
Basuma.
Tottenham.
Basuma. I must have
Basuma.
misspelled it on my sheet. Basuma.
Basuma's goal.
Basuma.
Okay.
So I thought those 3. I got to give it to Smith Rowe. I think I'm gonna give this week's to Smith Rowe.
That's fair. It
was a good goal.
It was a very good goal. I thought it was probably
Palmer's was very close to being in that group as well. So
yeah. I would have to say, did you see Anthony Gordon's? Or Anthony Gordon?
I did.
I mean, not
all
bad.
right.
It was a great cross in by Harvey Barnes, and Gordon had the knowledge to be able to put it in the back of the net. But I will say that I think I'm on you with Smith Rowe. I think his goal of the week was probably up there for me. Chris, anything stand out to you?
Well, having not watched any of the games, Anthony, I'm looking at. So I just watched Basuma's goal.
Okay.
And it was pretty good build up. I mean, it was a good strike. He hit the bottom of the post, a little bit lucky in that regard. Because I mean, if he had those good old fashioned American square posts, that probably wouldn't have gone in. But those curve goals that they have down there in across the pond, I mean, that was a pretty good goal. And who's the other dude?
Yeah.
Smith Rowe.
Smith Rowe, yeah, former Arsenal player, Arsenal Academy.
And Evan, you were talking about the build up on this one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the build up. Traore. I mean, Traore is just a beast. He's an absolute unit.
He used to be like a skinny kid.
So for the Smith Rowe goal,
yeah,
I'm gonna count that one as a goal. I just looked at those two. Full disclaimer.
Yeah.
As a goal of the week, because to Evan's point with the buildup, I'm assuming that's the right back. I can't tell who that is. But from right back to goal, I count 8 touches. So if you're going, 100 yards and only 8 touches, and you have 1, 2, 3, you have 4 members of the same team, 8 touches, and you score a goal, like you can't stop that.
Yeah, it's a good team goal.
That one, I think, elevate, because a lot of times, especially myself, like I get to the point where like I like to see the wonder goals, the screamers from like 40 yards out, and like those ones always look cool. But if you really break down exactly what's happening, like in this case, like just a team play. Now, it did look like one of the lesser defenders did knock it on, but be that as it may, still, like, I mean, you're talking 7, 8, 9 touches and a goal. Forget about it. Like that's a good goal.
Yeah,
and the goalie got beat. But at least he didn't get beat near post. I always tell Nicole, like, when we're watching, if that's a biggest pet peeve of mine. I'm not even a goalie, but the goalie gets beat near post. Like, that's rule number 1. Do not get beat near post.
That was Partey's goal this weekend. Martinez got beat near post.
Yeah, but back to what I said, though. Partey can just thread it right down.
Martinez was blocked, though. He couldn't. I don't think he could see the ball fully. But let's go to save of the week.
Save of the week.
So I had two up there.
Okay. Let's hear it.
In second place was Ipswich's goalie Murick.
Okay.
It was a second half save. I mean, it was top, but I think Raya's point blank save against Ollie Watkins has to be the save of the weekend.
Yeah. At first, I thought it was a double save, but I saw in the replay it went off the post at first. But I mean, still, to be able to get back up and stand your ground that close to goal. Insane.
I mean, that he won it. He won the clean sheet. That's where goalie gets you a clean sheet. He did that last week too.
Yep.
So
I think he's going to get the Golden Glove again. Most clean sheets this season.
As long as Saliba stays healthy.
Yeah.
Someone can partner us with Saliba. It doesn't have to be Gabriel. If Saliba stays healthy, our backline's fine.
Yeah, and Calafiori came on that game. He looked really good as well. So I mean,
you see him get into it. You see him get into it with the Villa back line.
Yeah, I love to see that.
He looked like he was trying to be he was trying to help Martinez up after he knocked him down. Yeah, Martinez pushed him out of the way, and he's just trying. He kept his arm on Martinez, and then those 2 center backs just grabbed him and held him there.
Yeah.
It's like, welcome to the Premier League.
For real. Yeah. And then there were two moments in the going back to the Bournemouth was it Bournemouth and Newcastle game. I can't remember who it was, but it was Joelinton and someone else who brought the keeper down when he had possession of the ball to prevent a quick break, and it was just looking a little ropes for them. Yeah. They were just trying everything they could to prevent a fast break. So
I'm watching Welbeck's goal in the Brighton Man United game, and the goalie for Man U, his defender just completely let him down.
Yeah,
there was no shot. Like he I don't know what the 2 center backs were doing, honestly. Like, I know it looks like they were marking, but like there's 3 Brighton guys right in the middle of the 6.
Yeah,
and completely unaccounted for.
Mm-hmm.
So
I mean, yeah.
Jeez, and he just taps it in, man.
So I think if you watch the end of the highlight, Martinez is trailing on that highlight and
just didn't get there fast enough, or
oh no, he's like pointing to Welbeck, but it's like Martinez, you weren't marking anybody. That was your like who you should have been marking.
Even if that ball came through and went past Welbeck, there's a guy behind him that would have got it too.
Yeah.
So like, that defender was just no man's land, unacceptable.
Yeah,
not that I care, but
and he gets high praises, Martinez. Like he's like high level. It's like he's, in my opinion, he's really good for Argentina. I feel like he's kind of average for United.
Yeah. And then we have
what was the Everton goalie doing? The
Pickford,
second goal. Yeah, Pickford. He's man. Like that guy. Watching him. Granted, I watch him a lot when you talk about the Euros and stuff earlier.
He's good for England. He's just not.
I feel
he's not a ball playing goalkeeper. He needs to stop trying to be a ball playing goalkeeper.
Right. Well, and that's how he got scored on right here.
Mm-hmm.
So it just, I don't know. Something's wrong with me. I don't know. Yeah, he played the ball, took a bad touch with the left foot. Striker comes in, poaches him, goal, boom.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. Pickford needs to. How old is that dude anyway? He's been the England goalie for what, 3 or 4 years?
He's only 31. He's still got some time as a goalkeeper.
Was he the goal? He wasn't the goalie when they were in Russia, right? The World Cup in Russia.
He was.
That was 2018.
Was he?
He was their goalie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was his first time. The one before that.
Yeah, that was I think call up, right?
Brazil was. Did England even qualify?
Yeah, I mean
for
Brazil? He's been their goalie since 2017.
South Africa was Rob Green and then David James because they replaced him after the first game after his big mistake. Rob Green's big mistake against.
Oh yeah, I got to pull that up. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah.
Evan, did you get
hell yeah?
Did you develop a team of the week this week?
I kind of formulated one.
I
didn't know
kind of have an
formation
idea that I want to float out there. I think it'd be fun to like build a group team of the week. Like someone starts out with their goalie, then it moves on to the next person. They pick a left back. Next person picks a.
Yeah,
I think that could.
I know someone with not seeing all the games. It's hard for me to pick defenders. Like I got all.
Yeah.
Like we could do that starting next week. So like
yeah, I like that idea.
Like I don't even know if I got 11 here, but I got Raya. Raya's in goal.
Yeah.
I got Saliba, Van Dijk, and Konate in the back line. Just 3 because I didn't see enough defenders. I got Menweke, De Bruyne, Partey, and Palmer in the midfield, and then Holland and Welbeck as 2 strikers. So
yeah, solid squad. I didn't do much counting there. I don't know. I don't think that was 11, but it's more than what I got. I keep forgetting to do a team of the week. I'm too focused on quiz questions and stuff like that.
Oh, good.
Do we want to move on to predictions for next week?
Yes.
Well, I'll just have to
Mason will have to
Mason,
send his in.
Yeah, via text or something.
All right. Well, first 7:30 game on Saturday is Arsenal Brighton. That's a big one.
Brighton. Yeah, that's going to be a big one.
I think it's going to be consistent. Arsenal's going to win that one 2-0.
Okay, 2-0. You think 3 2-0 games in a row for Arsenal?
I think so. I think that's just.
All right.
I think they'll be the team to knock Brighton off their high horse.
I think Brighton are in incredible form right now. They're gonna make us work for it. So I think it's gonna be a 2-1 finish, Arsenal. Do you want to do a prediction, Chris? Just throw some numbers out
Brighton,
there.
10-0. No. I think yeah, okay, so I'll say this, all right? Despite the fact that I have watched like one of these games, I watched the Arsenal Wolves game, and that's the entirety of the Premier League that I've watched so far this year. We're only in match week 2, soon to be 3. So it's really easy to get like, oh, like they haven't given up any goals. That means like I understand that like Brighton may be on a hot streak, but at the end of the day, where is this game? Is it in Brighton? Is it at Brighton? No, it's at the Emirates.
It's at the Emirates.
3-0 Arsenal. Keep it moving.
All right. I like that. I like that. Brentford and Southampton.
It's Brentford, Southampton. Who do you got, Anthony?
Oh, I'm going Brentford just based off of how I saw them today.
They didn't look bad against Liverpool either.
No, they didn't.
Had some good moments. Liverpool
they just weren't able to finish. But I mean, when game week 1 they looked great. I think it's going to be a high score. I'm going to go 3-2 Brentford.
Brentford's won the last 3 times they've played and haven't given up a goal. So
yeah.
And they have a way cooler logo. Look at that bee thing.
Yeah, the bees. Brentford bees.
Yeah. So all right, I'll go Brentford. 1-0, 1-0.
1-0.
That's what I got. I had Brentford 1-0 to Southampton.
All righty.
So Brentford's winning that one.
Yep, and then Everton, Bournemouth.
What do you think, Chris? What's this game going to end?
Did Bournemouth win last week?
They tied Newcastle today, and they tied both.
Did
they lose to? I don't remember.
I think no, because who they play? Oh, let me look up the results real quick.
I think they played Forest last week, and they tied Forest.
So they're 1-1. They've
yeah, they tied Forest. Yeah.
So they're 0-2,
and then they lost to Liverpool 2-0. So
when did they play Liverpool? They've only played 2 games, so they shouldn't.
Yeah. They've tied both games they've played this season 1-1 each.
Oh wait, who was I looking at? Oh, I was looking at Brentford. Might be.
Yeah, you were looking at Brentford.
For this one, let's see. They haven't scored yet this year.
They've scored twice.
They scored
Everton
twice.
haven't.
Okay, but they've given up 2. So Everton hasn't scored.
Everton.
I think Everton breaks the ice this week. I think that they beat them. Let's say 2-1 Everton.
Okay.
I think the 1-1 draws keep coming. I think it's gonna be a 1-1
Evan,
draw.
I'm on the boat with you there.
I think Everton will get a goal. They'll get a goal, get their first point, but it's two low teams that aren't going to. I think this is going to be the least exciting game of the weekend.
That's what I was about to say. I think it's going to be one of those boring games where one team scores early, nothing happens, and then there's a late goal to equal it out. So yeah, 1-1 for me as well. And then Fulham Ipswich.
I got Fulham on this one, 3-1.
Yeah, I was gonna say 3.
3-1.
I was gonna say 3-0, 3-1. I'll go with Evan. I'll say 3-1. Keep it moving, Fulham. Ipswich.
Yeah. I'm.
We all had them
I'm
at
gonna say
20th.
2-1 Fulham. Yeah, we all had Ipswich 20th.
They got a cool logo though. I'll say that.
Yeah. It's definitely
logos don't matter.
No, they do not. But I'm going 2-1 Fulham.
If they did, Wolves would be relegated 100 times. Their things look so stupid. Looks like some clip art that you make on.
It looks like a construction company.
Yeah, it does look like a construction company. Yeah, doesn't it? Get your Wolves tools, brother. Make the highest quality tools this side of Mississippi.
It's kind of like it's the same colors as is it DeWalt?
DeWalt. Yeah. Or Caterpillar.
Put the Wolves logo on there. It'd be the exact same.
No one even know, man.
Yeah. And then we have Leicester, Aston Villa. I think Villa. I think Villa are gonna win this one comfortably. I think it's gonna be 3-1 Villa.
I went similar. I thought it was gonna be 4-1.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what it is about Leicester. I just they hold a special place in my heart. I really like them. I mean, I love Jamie Vardy. He's like up there with he's like the what's his name? Oh crap! He used to play for the Pacers.
Austin Crozier.
No.
That's before Anthony's time.
Oh my goodness!
It's way before Anthony's time.
Who am I thinking of? He just was all over the place doing crazy stuff.
Ron Artest?
Lance
Stevenson.
Oh.
He's the Lance Stevenson of the Premier League.
We need I wish the Pacers. I know this is a Premier League podcast. I could talk ad nauseum about Lance Stevenson. You need a guy like Lance Stevenson.
Yeah.
Assuming that this Vardy guy is
Well, our new sister podcast for the Pacers is gonna be called Center Court.
Center Court.
So yeah, I like that. But I mean, Vardy is just. I think his pregame ritual is wake up, Red Bull, breakfast, Red Bull.
Oh God!
Walking out of the tunnel, Red Bull. He's sponsored by Red Bull at this point, but
Jesus.
he's 37 and he's still doing he was the top scorer in the championship last season. He's just insane.
Those kind of guys, I'm telling you, those kind of guys are good for especially teams like Leicester. Like I said, you need a guy like that. You need a guy that'll come in. He's seasoned as they come. I mean, 37. He's probably older than their manager. I don't know who their manager is.
And the thing is,
but dang,
he didn't start for a Premier League team until he was 27.
Yeah,
and I think he was playing for a non-league team before that, and Leicester signed him.
Yeah. So I think the stat was he's been the top goal scorer in every. I don't know if he ever got in Premier League or not, but he's been the top.
When they won, I think he was. I think he got the.
I think he's been the Golden Boot in all of the top 5 divisions in the English system.
Yeah,
which is pretty incredible. Like,
yeah, I mean he needs to be in the.
I wonder where he is in
somewhere.
all time of Leicester goals too. He has 175 goals for Leicester. It has to be up there.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And I think there was also another stat I saw when they got relegated 2 seasons ago. He was like the only player to stay with them. I mean,
that was last season. Like, they got promoted right away.
Yep. And then Nottingham Forest Wolves.
I think Wolves will get their win. They'll go 2-1 over Forest.
The construction company.
Yeah. We sell tools and we play soccer.
Oh yeah, brother.
Oh yeah.
Or we play football.
Where I come from, we call it soccer.
Yeah, I see Wolves winning that one as well. I'm gonna.
Yeah, I think they get a win on that one. I think Nottingham Forest. I mean, they, hey, they're in 7th place right now. Again, two weeks in. But did they even play? Did they even play? They drew the first week.
They played Bournemouth and Southampton, so their level of competition has not been high.
Yeah, so then they come back down to earth. So 2-0 Wolves.
And in the last 4 games that they've played each other, there's been 3 draws and 1 win. And
I see
Wolves,
that.
So.
I see that.
Yeah.
Oh, but Forest's manager is Wolves' old manager, so that'll be.
Yeah, that is true.
That
is true. I did see that. I was. Yeah. Yeah. And then West Ham, Man City.
I think West Ham's going to pull one over on City and get a 2-2 draw.
Ooh, I like that.
London, they're playing at London Stadium.
Yep, that's where West Ham play. That's their home turf.
So yeah, when we went to Upton Park, Chris, they don't play there anymore.
They don't play there anymore?
Oh, no, they play at the stadium they built for the Olympics. West Ham took that over once the Olympics were over.
So what do they do with their old stadium? They tore it down or what?
I think Upton Park's still there. I don't know if someone else is using. It's a Google search. I'll look.
That was a cool stadium just for the
fact that was a very cool stadium.
It was like old school, man. It was like intimate.
Yeah.
You know, just like that's like even when we went to Emirates, like we went to all this. We went to Stamford Bridge. We went to Craven Cottage. We went to Emirates.
Did we go to White Hart Lane?
No,
because White Hart Lane's not even there anymore, is it?
They replaced it with their new stadium.
Yeah, okay.
But it's crazy how those big Emirates Stadium is like this big stadium just tucked into a neighborhood.
Yeah,
it's just like there's houses all around it. It's not like city, and then it's like you had Stamford Bridge. It's like we couldn't even find Stamford Bridge because it was like tucked in between 2 buildings. Yeah. And then Craven Cottage was right on the river. That thing was awesome, and then Upton Park was just like this cool little kind of like a fish market little area of London, and it was pretty awesome stadium.
Yeah,
Upton Park. Let's see what they're doing with it.
I kind of want to agree with you, Evan, on a 2-2 draw, especially West Ham being at home. I think it's going to be tough for City.
Yeah, I think
go 2-2.
I think City's going to win. I think it's going to be 1-0. I don't know. I have nothing to base that on.
That. No, I mean, it's going to be a tough game, I think.
Upton Park was demolished in 2016. So,
well, there you go.
Unfortunate.
We can say
that concludes the Saturday games. Sunday games, we got Chelsea versus Crystal Palace.
London Derby. Yeah. I got Chelsea rolling 3-0 over Palace. Yeah. Especially if they lose Gahey. If they lose Gahey, I don't know if he'll be gone by that game, but if they don't have Gahey, they're going to have a tough time keeping that Chelsea team out right now.
And they should be still riding high from that butt kicking they gave to the Wolves. So I think.
I mean, but here's what you need to understand about the Chelsea team from last year. They would win a game like that, and then they would go on to lose like 4 or 5 games, or not win 4 or 5 games in a row.
So I guess I'll go with Chelsea. I'm going to say 3-1. Crystal scores late, but it doesn't matter.
Okay. Yeah.
So Chris, when you play FIFA Manager mode, how do you play? Like,
what do you mean?
Like when you play the Manager mode, do you just go try and sign all the best players for your team? Like, what do you do? Because that's what Chelsea's doing right now. Todd Boehly is literally playing manager mode.
The last FIFA I really, really played was probably FIFA 17.
Oh,
so
wow.
I'm out there probably. I had other later ones, but didn't really get into them that much. But yes, no,
they haven't really changed since then, so you're not missing much.
Just the name.
I mean, yeah, like you get some of these managers out here and these But isn't Chelsea owned by just like some American conglomerate?
Yeah, Todd Boehly.
Yeah, so they're owned by some sort of American hedge fund manager, so they don't know anything about it. And if their management group doesn't know anything about it, and they're just like, oh, we've got the best players on our team, they're just going to go out and sign whoever they think is good. And I mean, I don't know what their youth system. I'm assuming that they have a good youth system, but like, that's how soccer works. Especially, the U.S. could take a page or two out of the European model because you get these homegrown kids, and I don't know if Chelsea does it like that or not. I'm sure they have a youth system that's really good, but like if they're just out signing whoever off the street that they think has good name recognition and whatever, like that is not going to work sustainable for a long time.
Yeah. I mean, that's exactly how I feel. They're not going to get anywhere if they're signing 20-something-year-olds on 9-year contracts. And
and especially because and we can talk about this later, but like there's always going to be a higher bidder, like there's always going to be someone that comes along and like some Saudi guys and like, oh, I'll give you whatever. And so, it's about you grow the talent, because if you grow them and they're homegrown, it's way cheaper in the long run. And then you can sign like better veterans. So that are only going to be there for a year or two. Yeah. So I don't know.
Yep. And then Newcastle Spurs. That's going to be a good game, I think. I think that's going to be probably one of the games of the week.
Yeah.
Spurs coming off of a hot 4-0 win this week. I think they're going to carry it on, and it's going to be a
Newcastle.
I'm going to go 3-2 to Spurs.
I'm going 3-3 draw.
And I'm going Newcastle to take the win 2-1.
Okay.
2-1. 2-1 to Newcastle. And I'm going to carry that into my next game. United's going to beat Liverpool 2-1.
Oh. Mason's punching air right now.
2-1 to Man United. Okay.
Where is that game? It's at Old Trafford.
Yeah, it's at Old Trafford. Old Trafford's falling apart.
I don't know. I think that one's going to be my snooze pick of the week. I don't know why, but it's going to be 0-0. Mason's going to be on next week complaining.
Yeah.
But
okay.
0-0.
Yeah, I think that would be the first game this season ending 0-0, I think, right? If that does come true.
Anything 0-0 yet.
Yeah. Well, Evan, what'd you say again? What was your
2-1 to United?
2-1 to United. Oh, I'm gonna go 1-1. 1-1. Predictions done.
Let's talk about these fantasy teams real quick. I'll pull up the fantasy update of the week. Hold on, let me pull it up.
Yeah.
Fantasy.
Almost forgot about fantasy. I think
I
was
known you were interested. We would have got Chris in on this, but it's a 3-man fantasy league, so it's not high stakes.
I had a good week.
So this week, my team posted up 84 points going against Mason's team.
Yeah, never mind. I was looking at your team.
Wait, so do you guys just have a bye week every other week?
No, so it takes the average of every player that plays on the fantasy draft, and the third team plays that. And
how big are your teams?
11.
Okay.
And you got 4 subs.
Okay.
Yeah. And I played the average this week, and I think I still lost, right?
Results. Okay, here we go. So game week 2, we didn't talk about last week because we hadn't finished. So game week 1, I played the average. I beat them 65-53.
Yeah.
So I go in 1-0, and Mason beat you. So the Diamond Dogs and Mason's team beat Gonna Win 51-43.
Yeah.
So this week, Anthony, you lost to the average.
I lost to the average by 5 points, 60-65. I had a better week than I did last week, though. So I'm improving.
So here's the big one.
You guys,
I smashed Mason 84-53. So
yeah.
Let's look at here's what my team looked like. So we had Raya getting 10 points. We had Saliba getting 6, Van Dijk getting 7, Palmer getting 17, Diaz getting 14, Son getting 16. So
yeah.
I was.
If I just started Joao Pedro instead of Wissa, I would have beaten the average.
So we're just putting this on record today. Anthony and I talked about this. So the loser of the league has to wear their rival's jersey for every podcast next year.
Yep.
So right now, Anthony, that's you. You're losing.
I'm gonna have to sport a Tottenham jersey next season if this keeps going up.
So are you gonna buy a Tottenham jersey? Or
I'm gonna have to. Yeah,
we're gonna say we can buy an off-brand. We don't have to buy the $100 Nike or
why
whatever. Why
don't you just buy it from like Temu or something?
Yeah, or like some cheap what was it? What the old one used to be? It was like I don't even know. There used to be a place where you could buy like cheap knockoff jerseys.
Go to the Peddlers Mall on 38th Street. You can get
one. All right. Yeah, I did not have. I mean, I had a better week. I just couldn't compete with Evan boosting the average up with his insane week. Like, it's just not fair.
It doesn't matter. I think the average isn't. Well, let me do the math here. Let me see if that's our average or if it's everybody's.
I'm just saying the average overall is in second place right now, beating Mason. in the standings.
You guys are so
and Mason's
good.
only 1 point ahead of me. So
yeah, 84 plus.
Yeah, I'm not having a great
plus
draft
60
season
divided by 3. Oh yeah, I guess that is our average.
Yep.
So
yep.
So you can in turn, Anthony, say that I beat you this week also. So you're welcome. Because if I didn't get 84, and if I would have started Konate, I would have had another 5 points. So
we can talk about the ifs all we want. All right. At the end of the day, I lost, and I'm okay with that. I'm fine.
See, we could have done it. We could have done it with no average. We could have done it where it keeps our high score and we just keep adding on to that.
Yeah, that's that way. That way is.
Now I like this way.
Way.
I like this way if we can get more people like next year.
Yeah,
doing it.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
we're all right. This is just the first time doing it.
Yeah, exactly. All right, do we want to move on to the quiz?
Yeah, let's do it.
Finish it off with a little quiz time.
Might be able to beat Mason this time.
Alrighty. I had questions for Mason, but I think I'm just gonna save those for next week.
Just absorb them into our questions.
Okay. All right. So the way I'm gonna start doing the quiz is I have 2 questions for each of you. I will say Chris doesn't watch the Premier League a lot, like you said. So I weighted them a little more, so he kind of stands a chance a little bit. No offense.
I have not been doing so hot in these quizzes, so
doesn't matter, man.
You're all right.
No. So I went. I didn't go with any weekly questions this week, so it's all just Premier League history questions this week.
Okay.
So I'll start with Evan. Evan, who was the first ever champions of the Premier League? First ever team to win the Premier League?
That would be Manchester United.
That is correct. Evan.
No.
All right. And Chris, if he gets anything wrong or if you get anything wrong, each of you can steal. So there's a stealing factor in here as well.
Duly noted.
All right. Christopher, what's the animal that is represented in the Premier League badge?
That would be a lion, Anthony.
That is correct.
Wait, that's a question? Are you serious? What is this, like some remedial question? What sport does the Premier League play? Give me a harder question than that. Come on.
Okay.
You're in the remedial Premier League.
Remedial question. This dude asked me what the animal was that represents a Premier League badge. Yeah, your mind. I mean, I may not know what size shoe Holland wears or whatever, like you guys, but like, come on.
Okay. All right. Let me.
And you know what's funny? Right. Like, I had to actually think about it for like, I suppose I was like, oh, shit. Like that's probably.
All right, I'll ask you a different question then. That doesn't count. I'll throw that away. We can forget.
No, it
about
counts.
That.
I get the points. What are you talking about? I get the points.
Okay.
I just need you to do better. All right.
All right, I got you.
And now I'm gonna get this one wrong. Look at a jerk.
All right, Evan. All right. Who scored the fastest goal in the Premier League ever, clocking in at 7 seconds or 7.69 seconds, and it was in the 18-19 season.
Did this player play for Southampton?
This player did play for Southampton. That was going to be my hint.
Who is Sadio Mane?
Oh no. No.
What?
Chris, do you want to try and steal
Do I
this?
steal or do I get?
Yeah, you can steal.
What is the capital of London? Like, okay, no, I don't want that question because I have no idea the answer. So I want my own question.
Can I try again?
Yeah, you can try again, but it'll be for
who
a
is
point.
Who is Danny Ings?
No, it's Shane Long. The answer is Shane Long.
Who is Shane Long?
No points there. Still tied at 1-1. Chris.
Yes. Lay it on me.
All right, I have a better question for you this week.
Don't make it too hard now. Come on.
What gender? What gender is the lion on the Premier League badge?
Well, it has a mane.
It has a mane.
So I am gonna say I need to ask their permission before I gender them. But I would assume that it is a male.
No. Okay. So, what year did the Premier League begin?
Oh, Lord have mercy. I'm gonna go. Let's see. 1898.
You're off by about 100 years.
What?
Yeah,
that would be the English First Division.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, the Premier League is actually newer than you think.
Are you kidding me? I want a fair question.
When
Evan, would you like to steal it?
When is 1991?
Oh, off by a year.
Really?
1992. Yeah,
I was
1992.
Well, you learn something new every day, folks.
Yeah. That is a trickier question because that is honestly a valid answer. The 1800s.
What'd they call it before?
Still tied. The English First Division, I think, right?
That's whack.
Something like that. Yeah.
Is Barclays still like the sponsor or whatever? The whole thing?
Believe so.
I believe so. Yeah, but there was a time where they weren't fairly recently. All right, so let's. I think
it's
two
my
more
turn.
questions for a tiebreaker. So I can. All right. So Evan,
give him the hardest question in the world.
How
many blades of grass are at the Emirates? He probably knows.
Yes. The exact answer.
I don't even remember.
1,277,102.
You could be right. We don't know.
Who scored the first ever goal in the Premier League?
Sorry, can you please restate the question?
Who scored the first ever goal in the Premier League?
In the history or this season?
In the history. Sorry, in history. Would you like a hint?
Of course.
The hint? It's kind of a twofer for a hint. The goal scorer played for Sheffield United, and it was against Man United.
Who is? I have no idea.
Chris, would you like to steal it? Just
throw
a name out there.
Okay. Let's see. Sheffield United player from 1990, whatever.
1992.
Gary Stalwart. I don't know.
So close. Brian Dwayne.
I was close.
Brian Dwayne. Don't know who that is.
Another basic name.
Yeah, exactly.
First name at least.
Honestly, if you got the first name right, I would have given it to you. Okay, Chris.
Yes.
Who? Hold on, I worded this very strangely. Let me read it and figure out what I was trying to say here.
Okay.
Oh, who became the player to score the fastest hat trick for their club this week?
Steal.
Right, Chris needs to give an
answer.
answer.
Breaks, kiddo. I got this one for sure. Wait. So they scored a hat trick Were there multiple hat tricks this week?
There were 2 hat tricks.
There were 2 hat tricks this week.
All right. So I obviously don't know, but I'm going to guess. I'm going to get it right. Let's see. I'm going to go with Mamadou Diallo. I don't know.
Evan, would you like to steal?
Who is Erling Haaland?
Neither of you got that right.
The fastest hat trick?
Yeah, the fastest hat trick for their club.
Who is Manweke?
That is correct. I mean, I guess I'll give it to you, Evan. I don't know.
I don't know about that. He got it wrong. Give him half a point.
Half a point, he still beats you, though.
I think the wording of this question was very wrong because he scored his goals in the second half. So
yeah, but
it technically took him
consecutively.
It took him 70
minutes.
It took him 70. It took him 70 minutes to score 3 goals. It took Haaland. Yeah. Well, it took Haaland a while too. I guess Haaland's third goal was in the second half.
Trick.
So you're saying
from his first goal that he scored
from the first goal to the third
goal.
goal?
Yeah, it took him 14 minutes.
Lesser amount. Okay,
that's
so
fair.
It took him 14 minutes.
How long did it take Haaland to score his?
Like 53.
Yeah, because he was spread out throughout the game.
I forgot his third goal. He had an assist, I think. No,
he did, yeah. No, he didn't. No, because De Bruyne got a goal and he didn't.
You had Haaland in your fantasy team too, Anthony. How did
I had Haaland and De Bruyne.
How did you lose? Were they all your points?
Pretty much. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. But yeah, all right. Well, that concludes our podcast there. We don't have Mason to give us a random question of the week here, so I'll give us a random question. Or do one of you want to give a random question?
Sure.
All right.
What is your favorite flavor of icy?
Ooh, icy? Like, are we talking like movie theater icy?
Any Speedway, Circle K. I don't know what.
Slurpee?
You can go Slurpees. You can go Slurpees.
That's tough.
Blue.
That's tough.
Next.
Blue? I mean, you can't go wrong with blue.
I think blue movie theater ices are better than blue gas station ices. I'm just going to put it out there.
I agree with that. I agree with that.
The Coca-Cola ones from the gas station always make my stomach hurt, so I'm not going to say those.
I have to Coca-Cola. I got to sit in the toilet for about 30 minutes after I take those.
Yeah, they always make my tummy rumbly.
We got Dr. Pepper. We got Dr. Pepper ones up here.
Yikes.
Ooh. We have. I had a watermelon Jolly Rancher one from Leo's. I talked about that before, I think, when we were talking about the gas station question. No. But Leo's, solid one there.
Well, here's a question, random question. What is your guys' favorite way to eat potatoes? They can be in any form.
Ooh.
That is a great question.
What's your favorite way to eat potatoes?
So it used to be mashed potatoes, but my mother-in-law makes potato salad. It has onions. It has eggs in it. That's my favorite way to eat potatoes.
Potato salad.
Potato salad.
Mother-in-law's potato salad.
Yeah,
wrong
that's
with that.
Fair.
Anthony?
I'm going to have to go with the bog standard French fry.
Yeah. Well, but you got to be
French. There's a lot of iterations of the French fry,
right? Anthony probably eats potato wedges. That's what he likes. He likes the wedges.
Oh no! Get that out of my face. No, I don't like potato wedges at all. If you hand me a potato,
he likes potato wedges with skin. That's what he wants to eat.
Although potato wedges at B-Dubs are pretty good. I will just put that out there.
Do B-Dubs have potato wedges?
They have potato wedges, and they're pretty good.
I thought it was like a Wendy's cut, whatever they do. No, I would say I'm
not talking about their fries. I'm talking about their potato wedges because they have potato wedges.
I like a Chick-fil-A waffle fry.
Yeah,
but I don't. Nothing beats a McDonald's French fry for me. So I'm gonna go with just. No. Here we go. Steak and Shake.
Yes,
skinny.
I like the Steak and Shake fries. However, the thing that's wrong with Steak and Shake fries is since they're smaller, they get cold real quick. So you got to make sure that you eat those mugs like immediately.
Yeah. I mean, they're the appetizer.
Anthony, how about Steak and Shake versus Freddy's? Same type of fries. Which one's better? I don't know if you guys have Freddy's down in Atlanta or not.
I think so. I've never been to it though.
I don't know.
You guys have Culver's?
Yeah, we have Culver's.
I think Culver's, but
crinkle cut.
I think a little better.
Do you guys eat the cheese curds?
Culver's has a crinkle cut.
No, they're good. You should get them. The Culver's cheese curd.
I mean, I would say just based off of my like nostalgia value, I would say Steak and Shake, just because I grew up.
Here's the problem with Steak and Shake. So. Who goes to Steak and Shake anymore?
I mean, that is fair. That is fair. I mean, they are a franchise.
Right now, you either go to Culver's or you go to Freddy's. Those are the two you go to. You don't go to Steak and Shake anymore. Because Culver's and Freddy's offers more
Steak
ice
Shake
cream
to get
options.
the garlic steak burger. Get the garlic.
But
steak
the only
burger
problem
then.
with
they have that at Culver's.
Well, so the thing about Culver's is they have their take on a Frisco melt, but the thing
Wisconsin
is
Swiss melt.
Whatever. Yeah. I don't know the name of it.
Two different Culver's. I've ordered that, and you know what they've done? They give me the mushroom and Swiss melt.
Yeah,
two completely different things.
I've had that, but so the thing is like Steak and Shake's Frisco melt is the best because it has that Frisco sauce. The thing about Culver's is sometimes I've gotten it too where they have done the mushroom, but I've gotten it too where they give it on like a sourdough bread thing, and I don't care for that.
I like the sourdough bread.
I don't mind.
I don't care for the sourdough. But
would you rather have it on like a Texas toast or
like a Texas toast type thing?
Yeah,
but
I think they have another one that's not in their menu. That's like the Steak and Shake one at Culver's. I just don't think it's on their menu. I forget what it's called.
Yeah.
Have you ever gone to Steak and Shake and ordered a 7x7?
No.
It's on the secret menu.
Secret menu? What's a 7x7? Is it one of those things that pisses the employees off? Like, because you Gen Z walk up in there, we got some little weird orders from off the menu.
And it's for a great deal of $7.77. It's 7 steak patties stacked with 7 layers of cheese.
I'm at the age, Anthony, now where I actually have to like watch what I eat. So that doesn't seem as though
the cholesterol intake is
Lord have mercy.
Skyrocketing.
It's like but how, I mean, okay, so in reality 7, have you gotten it?
Yes.
Oh, I finished it. You finished it?
In high school.
Oh my God.
In high school.
Yeah, no, that's I don't think I could eat that for a lot of reasons.
I couldn't eat it anymore, no.
But
high school
oof. Nah, man. That thing will plug you up for a good 3 or 4 days.
Oh yeah.
Forget that.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
But no, I like Steak and Shake. There's not that many Steak and Shakes down here, but even when they do have
it's mostly like an Indiana.
Michigan, we don't. They're starting to close here too. Like a lot of them are drive-through only now.
Yeah. It's sad. It'll be a sad day when Steak and Shake is no longer.
One thing I do miss is like I just want Donato's pizza so bad, but they don't have any Donato's here. I want a Pizza King pizza. They don't have any Pizza King here.
I got Donato's pizza 10 minutes that way. I got a Pizza King 2 minutes that way.
Oh yeah, that's the best, man. The Pizza King's the best. The Pizza King by you still have the little Arnie's actually is the best. But does the Pizza King still have that little train?
This one, the one by me doesn't.
There used to be.
So there's two different types.
By me a long time ago.
So there's two different types of Pizza Kings. So I found out that I guess 2 brothers own Pizza King. One of them lives on the east side of Indiana. The other is on the west side of Indiana. The west side of Indiana is the one that does the trains. East side of Indiana doesn't do the trains. So the ones by me don't have the trains.
I got you. That's interesting.
I forget. Do the trains bring out your food?
They bring the drinks.
There's one in Avon that did for sure.
They bring the drinks, and then they bring. I think if you get like breadsticks or something, it'll bring the breadsticks. But like they're not gonna be able to get a pizza up on there.
I mean, Pizza King ahead of their time. They're doing that in Japan now, where they have restaurants that have little trains that bring you your food.
Yeah. That's sushi, though, Anthony. It's a little bit different.
It's still food.
It's tiny.
Yeah, but no, and then they used to have the ones too, where they used to have the Pizza King. I think it was the Avon one where they had it. You could do like a quarter, and you get like 15 minutes on that little TV that they have, and then some of them even had like N64s up in there too. But I don't know if they have that anymore either.
Yeah, I mean, there used to be McDonald's with the McDonald's arcade games in them.
Yeah, and then you get a staph infection from going in the ball pit.
I haven't seen a McDonald's play place in I don't know how long.
Yeah, well, there's a reason for that.
There is, yeah. No, I remember Emma. There was one. Emma was playing on one, and she got like a really bad like burn just because the plastic was hot.
Yeah, and that's like the least of your worries too. Like I don't want to go in a ball pit. It smells like pee and French fries.
Yeah. Oh, because all the children are peeing in it.
Yeah. So I don't know, man.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we can end the podcast here, guys. Chris, thank you for joining in and
you're welcome
virtually
anytime.
filling in for Mason's spot. Obviously, yeah, you're welcome anytime.
It's been a pleasure and honor, gentlemen. But yeah, I'll be on there anytime. Right. I'm gonna bring you some questions next time. Be like, what color's the field on the soccer?
I'll take it. We probably should explain why Mason's not here. Mason was having issues, technical difficulties, not getting anything working. Yeah. So he said just do it without him. So we did it without him. We missed you, Mason. We missed you. If you're listening.
Yeah.
All right.
I've forgotten what he looks like.
Chris. Thank you again.
All right. See you guys. Appreciate it.
See ya.
Yep. See you guys.